So welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be going over the landscape and hardscape package as it's come to fruition here at El Costa Modern. Let's get to it. So it was just a couple months ago that I was detailing exactly what this landscape package would look like, and now that it's come to fruition, I'm excited to be able to share some of the additional features that are located throughout the space and be able to give you a true picture of how this modern landscape architecture coexists with our coastal modern property that stands right behind me. So one of the things I mentioned in our previous video was the addition of structure to our planting plan. Now we have our main driveway that obviously flows into an amazing custom garage and siding detail that will come to fruition in the next couple weeks. But as we enter the property, we'll see a mixture of agaves as well as deer grass that provide a distinct separation between our neighboring properties. One of the things I love most is a change in rock. Usually we go with a darker gray palette, but we wanted something that stood apart from the neighborhood by mixing in a lighter rock fill palette that really helps for all the plants and the greenery to be able to stand out. So by far my favorite feature when it comes to our hardscape is the smooth acid wash that we are able to apply when doing all of our flat work and hardscape throughout the property. The reason that I love it so much is it provides just enough texture and differentiation from a standard concrete pour that would be similar to what we would obviously pour at our slab, which you can actually see right here as we have a transition from the driveway. So as mentioned, although it's a subtle difference, you can be able to notate the difference between an exposed aggregate acid wash that has a fine finish, comparatively speaking, to a smooth standard concrete pour that we have for our garage detail, which will eventually be covered up with either an epoxy or sandblasted to be able to give a similar effect to what we have in our flat work throughout the landscape package. One of the items that I think really help to create a distinct feature within this landscape package is how the exterior hardscape package really helps to set the tone for the interior functionality of the home. We discussed this in a previous video, whereas the driveway space entails a majority of the bedroom spaces that are located on the east side of the home, and our main entrance that has a larger, clean, linear walkway allows for us to be able to easily flow into the entrance of the home that takes us directly into the main living space. And then the last feature that we included was an exterior patio that will be located right off the office space that will help to entail the overall functionality of the west wing of the home, which provides for office space, our kitchen, and of course, our primary suite that has phenomenal views of Camelback Mountain. One of the other features that we wanted to integrate into the landscape plan was to provide some privacy for those that will be residing and hanging out on this patio, whether that be in the mornings for breakfast or in the evenings overlooking the sunsets at Camelback Mountain. And we're not quite done with the finish on this, but it will match the overall exposed and sandblasted and acid wash finish that's located in the columns that are architecturally significant and one of the key features that help to create modern sleek lines that are incorporated into this design. We have the division of space between our neighboring property to the east of our driveway, and our landscape architecture hit it on point, creating visual entrance in the main planter box that divides our driveway from our main entrance with 6 or 7 different types of desert tolerant plants that allow for some structure as well as some grasses that will allow for movement that will really help to accentuate our entrance to this amazing home, especially as they continue to mature over the years. And last but not least is going to be our main front yard space that's going to have eventually a mature mesquite tree that always brings additional visual interest to any front yard space here in the desert, as well as these large structured agaves that sit within a functional retention basin that will allow us to be able to get the appropriate drainage that we need from the house. In addition, the basin provides additional functionality by bringing all the water that resides on this property to where it's needed most, allowing this tree to be able to mature at a faster rate over time. As for the backyard, we went with a simplistic design that will eventually mature to create a green oasis with this ficus hedge that will reside around the property, as well as some smaller grasses. However, the key feature that resides in this home that is absolutely necessary for anyone living here in Phoenix and the Scottsdale area would be this amazing pool, which coupled with this spa will have a heater that allows it to be used throughout the year. Lastly, we have a small yard space, which we decided to go with a DG that helps to keep modern clean lines. Obviously can be replaced with artificial turf as needed or any natural turf should the homeowner desire to have more greenery within the backyard space. We feel like this clean modern palette really helps to set the tone on the exterior of the home for what resides inside the home, and we can't wait to show you in just a couple weeks. We'll be completed with our interior finishes and be ready to go to market to be able to see this amazing home come completely to fruition. Stay tuned, and as always, have a great day.